Okay, let's dive into it. So our first, well, what should I say here? We're in the middle of a puzzle here where we've kind of broken into this very exclusive club, and we're trying to open this safe as it has what we think is going to be some sort of evidence. Just grabbing my handy dandy notebook. Should have a yeah, basically some evidence of where this guy, this Dr. Clark person we've been chasing, may have ended up. I've got our notes here. Oh, hang on. Do we have a Bonnie treat? No, we're all caught up. Perfect. Okay. So the one thing, and Galaxy alluded to this a little bit earlier in the stream. I'm actually realizing that this capture is a little bit odd. Oh, no, it's not. It's all good. Yeah, it looks fine. That I apparently don't know how to open locks. And it's true that I have forgotten to do this, but I just assumed video game stuff. Also, I was extremely tired on the last stream. So it says 12 right. So I'm going to go ahead and... So 12 to the right. Maybe like this. 9 to the left. I think you have to cross this, right? Then 5 to the right. Something like this. I think I may have overspun.
If only it were that simple.
It's been a long time since I've had a combination lock. I think we can kind of spin it as many times as we want, right? So 12 as long as we hit it from the right. 9, 5. I think we have to do... Oh, we got it.
All right, let's see what we've got here. Some kind of wooden card? Better hang on to it. And another journal, but not Clark's.
Cool.
Uh-oh, sounds like the presentation's wrapping up. I'd better make myself scarce.
I'm trying to think of the last time I had a combination lock, now that we're kind of talked about this.
And who might you be?
Oh, don't mind me, I was just leaving.
I'm afraid I must mind. This is a members-only club, and you clearly aren't a member. Therefore, I can only assume that you must have broken in. Your intent was to steal something, I suppose?
Yeah. But yeah, I think the last time I really seriously used a combination lock might have been like my locker in high school or something. I must have used a different one at some point, but a long time ago. Didn't break in.
I just came in here looking for someone.
Oh, looking for whom?
Well, it's not you, so really why should it matter?
You're quite clever. Very well, you can go. Let it not be said that General Laporte can't be merciful. But if I ever see you in here again, I won't be so lenient. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Were you successful?
I think so, but let's get out of here.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Now, let's see what's in this diary I found.
All right, time to read. Hope everyone's ready for some light reading here. November 22nd, 1844. The soldier is not a political animal. His sole concern is to determine how to achieve the objectives he's been given with all the resources he can muster. The motives behind the order, the whys and wherefores, are not to his question, or not his to question. That is politics, and that is for politicians. But a soldier is also a private citizen of his republic. He is endowed with a vote and a voice, and may, indeed, must use all of his facilities of discernment and discretion in the exercise thereof. As a citizen, he may be rightfully interested in national affairs and moved to do all that is within his power to deflect a march towards ruin. Any less would be a dereliction of his patriotic duty. I write this not only as a soldier, but as a concerned citizen. Indulging the basest populist fears, Leroy is pursuing a laborite agenda of anti-tech appeasement that will shackle the productive capabilities of this country for generations. The inevitable result will be an economic depression and want of military readiness that will put us at mercy of our enemies and render us a permanently dependent, withered, and diseased appendage of the crown. Steam tech, and its even more potent successor, aethericity, are the engines that will power our prosperity and military might. If we do not pursue these technologies with all robustness, we may be assured that others will. Next page. Both as a citizen and as a soldier charged with the defense of our Commonwealth, I cannot stand idly by and watch our future destroyed. Okay. June 12th, a few years later. What kind of, I always wonder about journals like this, where you just put one, you knock one journal entry out, and then you put the book down and come back to it 3 years later. June 12th, 1847. An infant industry is poised to be strangled in its crib, and its genius father must suffer his reputation to be torn to tatters, all because of a single unfortunate capital A accident. I refer, of course, to the incident at the Lamplight City Expo, which Leroy has seized upon as an opportunity to decry the intolerable dangers of the whole aetheric project and agitate for a total ban. The way of progress was never smooth, but after stumbling over the first pebble in the road, a timorous populace now wrings its hands in hysterical anguish. Political opportunists now rush to coddle simple minds by vying to introduce the most stringent measures yet proposed. These men are ignoramuses who cannot see the potential, capital P, in what Dr. Clark has wrought. The nation that first tames the unbridled power of aethericity will be the unrivaled leader of the world and need genuflect no potant. I don't know what that means. Vespuccia needs an aetheric project of her own, not subject to the whims of politics or commerce, and Dr. Clark is just the man to carry it through. This game has really challenged me with some of these bits. In trying to remember see, I can't even do it all the time. You must not be allowed to succumb to the passing winds of ill favor. July 25th. Okay, so this is a June 12th, June 25th, July 25th. Okay, at least same year. Again, very odd. I've never kept a diary quite like that. That is a $5 word. Hey, Slams James. What a nightmare. Reading's hard. Fort Beaumont is a conveniently situated outpost out of the way of the common traffic, yet close enough to the rail terminus in the town of Rosewater, closely in San Bernardo Valley. San Bernardo Valley is a village of indigenous people who might be kept in the state of sufficient aggravation and agitation to render the fort an indispensable bulwark against them. None may dispute that certain campaigns of suppression emanating, I guess, from Fort Beaumont must therefore be waged. A fivefold increase in its annual allotment material fund to fund such operations will provoke no complaint. It's hard to read this font. However, I cannot work with Captain Mayhew. He is principled and proud and will not be susceptible to the usual inducements. A tour patrolling the Laurentian border will provide him ample opportunity for the honorable and distinguished service he craves, far, far from here. As for a replacement, there is in Clayton Creek a certain Lieutenant Stokes, presently facing summary court-martial on charges of disorderly conduct and public drunkenness after causing the death of a local and some dispute over a woman of low virtue. Okay, well, we met that guy. I see what's happening here. It happens that Stokes descends from an old military family. His grandfather, no less a man than Colonel Remington Stokes, lost his life in the pacification skirmishes that ultimately civilized Dixie. Consequently, the lieutenant harbors no love for savages, and a strong aversion to any stain of dishonor upon his distinguished family name. In gratitude for the dismissal of charges and a promotion to captain, such a man would prove exceptionally complacent. Sure. Okay, a few years later, found this book again. First cup of water given to a man rescued from a shipwreck at sea tastes as sweet as the finest wine. How much sweeter, then, the finest wine must be, accompanied by steak and lobster, followed by a quantity of port and good cigars. Dr. Clark has accepted the hospitality of my club and given ear to my entreaties. I have impressed him enough for the need of the utmost discretion. In return, he will be at liberty to continue his research here, sheltered from the disturbance and wholly provided for in the smallest detail. It is an offer that no man in his position could possibly refuse. Next slide. All has been arranged on Gannett Island at no small expense, and the facility is ready to receive its chief researcher. Preparations were underway well in advance of his acceptance. Had Dr. Clark proved unwilling, another expert, less proficient and likely and less tractable, would have to have been procured. It is for the better that such contingencies were not necessary. With Dr. Clark leading the effort, Project Rosewater can commence imminently. Rapid progress is expected. When my country is ready to sup on the fruits of this labor, she may well thank me for my foresight. Interesting. Okay, yep, makes sense. So we've got a lead. Gannett Island. Working on Project Rosewater. Oh boy.
Clark's not at the club anymore, but I found out who invited him to El Presidio, an army general named Laporte. He's got Clark on Gannett Island working on some secret operation called Project Rosewater.
Project Rosewater?
No idea what it is, but it's the whole reason Laporte brought Clark here.
Wait a minute. Remember those crates on the Army supply wagon? The ones marked Rosewater? They weren't going to the town of Rosewater. They must have been coming here for Project Rosewater.
Of course. Fort Beaumont was just a waypoint. It sure seemed like a lot of stuff for one little outpost in the middle of nowhere.
So, the night deliveries, the Orambars.
Something big is going on here. We need to have a talk with Shaw.
Dramatically looking out the window. Let's go.
Miss Legere, have you any news?
Clark's been moved to Gannett Island.
Gannett Island? There's nothing there, just a crumbling fort and lighthouse.
Have you heard of an army general named Laporte? Or something called Project Rosewater?
Neither. Go on.
You said your reasons for seeking Dr. Clark were complicated. This quest has run us afoul of some very dangerous people. If you expect us to get Clark for you, I want to know why you want him so badly.
Very well. Imagine airships, engines, furnaces, powered not by petroleum and coal, but by ethericity, an infinitely renewable energy source that comes from the sky itself, clean, efficient, and economical.
But you run an oil company.
I run an energy company, Miss Legere. Energy takes many forms. With Dr. Clark in my employ, we can lay the groundwork now for a pivot from oil to ethericity. Once the benefits become apparent, the market will clamour for clean, safe, etheric energy. And only one company will be equipped to meet that demand on day one. Mine.
What about the ban?
Bans are imposed by governments, and governments change, Miss Legere. Not everyone supports Leroy's technophobic policies. The Labourites are barely hanging on. It's not just Atwood's trade party that would like to see etheric advancement back on the table. Royalists, justice, pioneers, even the Christian Union would all get on board. In these fractious times, ethericity has the potential to be a great uniter. Change is just over the horizon. But enough politics. You know where Clark is. Go get him. Best of luck. Before you go, my lodestone.
Oh, sure. Here.
Thank you.
Lucky lodestone. Didn't use that at all. I wonder if that would have been used, if it would have been used if we had done Danny's route. I wonder. All right. So it says something was, Gannett Island. Here in the bay. Okay. So we can go to the hotel. I guess we can ask for directions at the hotel. We also can maybe go to the park, perhaps. Unless the park was involved with the delivery. I wonder.
Good evening, sir.
Good day.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Do you know a way to get to Gannett Island?
Why would you want to go there?
Just curious.
Well, far as I know, it's only reachable by boat. Try asking at the wharf, I guess.
Thanks for the chat. I'll let you get back to work.
Evening to you.
All right, so we got to take the boat. The boat was... It was 20 ahead, so we need 60, and I think we have 50. We might have to sell something. But let's see if we can maybe cut a deal here.
Good evening.
Evening to you.
Oh, that's a good point, because you can't... Yeah, your party could be different, I suppose. That's a good point. I forgot. This game is crazy. It's very cool.
How much to go to Gannett Island?
Oh, hell. There's no amount of money could get me to set foot on that island.
Why not?
It's cursed. Haunted by demonic spirits.
Come on, really?
I've seen them with my own eyes. Horrid specters floating around the place, ready to kill anyone who gets too close. When they're out dancing in the sky at night, you can feel their evil influence in the air, too. Hot shivers going down the back of your neck. If you know what's good for you, you'll get any idea going out there out of your head.
Look, we really need to get to that island.
Good luck to you, then. Nobody in their right mind will take you there.
You said no amount of money could get you to set foot on the island. What if you just dropped us off?
You're dead set on going, aren't you?
I thought I'd made that clear.
All right. If you have such disregard for your life, there's nothing I can do about it. But I won't take you there for any less than 60 crowns.
Damn.
Bet that's made you change your mind, eh?
Not quite. We'll come back when we've got the money. Thanks for the chat. Have a good night.
See you around.
Anybody else have some money?
Hey, Nadine. We've got to come up with enough money to charter that boat somehow. Any ideas?
Perhaps we could try selling something at the pawn shop? We could probably get decent money for my medical kit.
What? Are you sure
maybe
you're
don't
willing
get rid
to
of
give
that.
that up?
If there's no other way, yes.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Any ideas for something we might pawn to raise money for the boat hire?
My pistols are valuable.
Oh my
I might get a good price for them.
You'd really be willing to part with them?
There's no other way. Sure.
All right, well, there's another way. Can you imagine just being like, yeah, Danny, get rid of the weapons that that are essential to you. Unbelievable. I guess if you really don't have money at this point, you really got to think about it. All right, catch you later, Dark Jocks. Nice seeing you. We have a Bonnie treat that came in from Snooster here. Bonnie,
What do you
treat?
need?
All right, before we answer this question, let's get the doggo going here. I see that we can fix the watch. Wonder if we could maybe return that watch and get some cash from the Chinatown folks, I wonder. Anyways, thanks very much, Snooster, for the Bonnie treat. There we go. Bon Bon, you want one more from me? It's just so cute. Just an extra one for the road. There we go. All right, back to this screen. Yeah, I'll check and see. Let's see if... I mean, it might cost money to fix the watch, in which
I was wondering if you
case...
could have a look at this watch. It needs repair.
Where did you get this?
Does it matter?
Yes. I've seen this watch before. Someone from the town gave it to you, didn't they?
The what?
That place in Chinatown, the Open Arms Society, or whatever they call themselves. I already told them I wasn't interested in their business. They can send as many proxies as they like. It's not gonna change my mind.
So you won't fix this watch?
Nope.
So what am I supposed to do?
My advice would be to stop dealing with those people. But if you're hell-bent, I could sell you a repair kit and you can do it yourself.
Okay. I don't want to spend money. That's going to be a problem.
Do you know a way to get to Gannett Island?
Only way to get there is by boat. Lucky for you, plenty of folks around here with boats. How willing they'll be to take you, that's another story.
She's full of fun.
I have something to sell.
Okay, what?
I mean, the arrowhead. We've done nothing with the arrowhead. The tea caddy. I mean, I guess these things could be useful later on. Let's check the arrowhead.
What will you give me for this ancient arrowhead?
Ancient.
Depends. Where did it come from?
It was buried in the desert near Rosewater.
Well, I don't know how ancient it is. 20 crowns. And that's generous.
I'll take it.
Oh, okay. If I didn't have a choice. That'll do it.
Appreciate the help.
Sure.
All right. So we kept the tea caddy. The tea caddy was a gift, so that's kind of why I feel okay with that. What is this?
A strange wooden card lined with metal. It's got some holes on one side.
Oh, we must have gotten this from the whatchamacallit. I guess we put that into a machine. It looks kind of like a, I don't know, something you put, like an old floppy disk. Do you know what I mean? Been playing too much Toonstruck. I'm like right-clicking on everything. Don't want to do that now. All right, cool. Now, how are we going to get back if we're just getting dropped off? I guess we're going to have to figure that out later.
Nothing fancy, but it looks seaworthy.
Let's just make a quick save here. We'll call this Arrowhead. Save.
Good evening.
Evening to you.
Yeah, it is a good, like, good clerk voice for sure.
You drive a hard bargain, but we're not giving up. Here's the money.
Okay, lucky number 13 for the crowns left. Hello, bub.
All right. The minute I drop you off, I'm gone.
How are we supposed to get back?
I'll come back for you at dawn. If the ghosts haven't killed you before then, that is.
We'll take our chances. Let's go.
Okay, well, that's nice of her to come back. I thought she was just going to be like, you got to build your own boat back.
Owing to the island's reputation as the accursed haunt of assorted malignant spooks and spirits, it has cost us a comely copper to induce one of the credulous locals to transport us here. I do have to admit that this place presents a rather eerie aspect. It's easy enough to imagine ghosts drifting along the ramparts of the ruined fort, or floating among the after images of the lighthouse beam. But there's only one ghost I'm interested in finding here.
Remember, I'll be back at sunrise. Then I'm heading home whether you're on my boat or not.
Look, there's
Okay,
smoke
bye.
coming from the chimney of that cabin.
I guess this island isn't all that abandoned. Stay alert.
Okay, cool. Diary updated. Okay, so we can go in here.
Someone must keep this lighthouse running.
We've got, what is
Bet
this?
this fort was impressive in its day. It's a crumbling ruin now.
We can enter that as well. I guess we begin here. Doors open.
Hello? Anyone home? No one here. We can do some prowling.
Love a good prowl. Got the
Whoever's
horseshoe up here.
staying in here must believe the stories about the island being haunted. If this is lit, it means someone's been here recently.
But where are they now?
Ooh, cool.
It's got a dragon on it, but no indication of what tea is inside. A box of chamomile tea. By Ji Guan. Some kind of Chinese tea, I guess. oolong. I think I've had this stuff before.
Oolong.
This one's not labeled.
Okay. I'm gonna look before I start touching those things.
Feel like I could lie down and sleep for weeks. Maybe I will when we're through. It's getting late. I hope we can make that dawn rendezvous. All things considered, I could be looking a lot worse.
Partial to a good sleuth.
All things considered,
Okay, with that.
it's keeping this place nice and warm. A spare lantern. A spare lantern.
Okay, not gonna consider maybe taking that, or...
A plain-looking cupboard, but the good stuff's always on the inside.
Laborious, well done.
Locked, because of course it is.
Can we pick the lock? We still have the lock picking kit?
Damn, this lock is way more complex than it looks. I won't be able to pick it.
That's inconvenient, huh?
It's getting late. I hope...
Okay, we went through that. Alright, Danny, what do you got for me?
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Pretty spooky place, this island.
I'll say. I can see why people think it's haunted.
You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
I don't know, but we should be careful. Make sure you don't whistle or anything, okay?
What? Why not?
Just trust me.
Okay. No whistling. You heard Danny, chap. No whistling.
Hey, Nadine. This island gives me an uneasy feeling.
It's not the most welcoming of places, but I don't think we have much to fear.
Okay. Different approach than Danny, certainly. Ooh, long time ago.
Feels mostly full.
Okay.
Feels nearly full. Nearly empty. Running pretty low. Hey, there's something rattling around in here. A small silver key. I'll just hang on to it. I'll just take a little bit.
Okay, so we've got some chamomile?
A handful of dried chamomile flowers.
I assume that this goes to here, right?
Here we are. It's empty, except for a couple of bullets.
Bullets.
I'll take those.
Okay. 9mm bullets.
Just some standard revolver bullets.
Give these to Danny, I guess? We got the gun.
Want some bullets?
Sure, thanks.
Cool. Do you want the chamomiles? Is everybody getting something here?
Ah, chamomile, one of my favorites.
Okay. Cool. I guess that's everything here. Alright, I guess we gotta head in here. There's nowhere else to go, right? Yeah. Time to go into the spooky fort. Yeah, bullet tea. Delicious bullet tea.
Shh. Not another step. There's a guard. Stay quiet.
Alright, catch you later, Darkstar. Nice seeing ya. Lots of things to look at here. Got some sort of contraption happening over here. We've got an exit, perhaps over there, an exit here. Whatever that is, and the guard.
Looks like we found the island's inhabitant. What exactly is he guarding?
Is this literally like put chamomile in his tea? Or in his drink? And then just like wait hours until he
Not
passes
putting that
out?
in his drink.
No? Put the bullets in there? Okay. Interesting. Can I look at any
Odd
of these other things?
device. Looks like it's meant to be spoken into. Massive doors. Do they lead underground?
Sink to the underground.
Quite an elaborate contraption.
Hmm.
I have a feeling pulling that lever will make something important happen.
I think you're right.
It's a small slot. Looks like something flat and rectangular would fit.
Okay, we've got one of those. So let me, before this game goofs me around here. Bullet T. I wanted to see what happens if we try pulling
Can't
this.
do that with a guard here.
Okay. I didn't know if there would be like something that would happen silly that was like,
The guard keeps drinking from this cup.
I don't know, would walk into the bit there. Is there anything we can do over on this other exit here?
Stay here. I'm going to see what's through that door over there.
Okay. Don't move. How does that guy not see us? Wandering around in the moonlight. Okay.
This place is falling apart.
I've seen better days.
A nice mountainside landscape. Cheery. I'm surprised this thing is still intact.
Search it.
There's a lot of broken glass in here. What's this? One container hasn't been broken. I might be able to use it.
Okay, so we've got a container, a beaker.
An empty glass beaker.
We put that in here. We can't use it. Not for that. What's this?
There's a metal drain in the floor.
Metal drain, metal drain.
Nothing, just some muck.
I love a little bit of muck. It's a goop. Goop
I think
intensifies.
a bed of hot coals would be comfier. Just a dirty old sheet, and I see no reason to get any closer.
Okay, we did get something. Do we need the muck? Can we collect the muck and put the muck in, like, let the muck run amok? No.
Nothing, just some muck.
Okay. It's like maybe we can put the muck in the cup. The guy's like, oh, I gotta refill my cup with, get rid of the muck. Instead,
Not now.
no muck.
I don't want the guard to hear us.
Not same with Danny.
Not now.
Can we do
Not
something
putting that in
like,
his drink.
yeah, don't put it in the
Not
drink.
putting that in his drink.
Maybe pour the contents of his drink into the beaker, and therefore, oh, I'm out of drink. I need to go get more drink. I will leave.
Can't do that with a guard here. I don't want to risk drawing his attention.
Yeah, evolve a muck into a grimer. Exactly. Precisely. This is what I'm getting at.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Any ideas for getting us past that guard?
Actually, yes. He doesn't look too tough. I could probably scare him off with a little gunplay. Does that sound good?
I don't know. Let's see if I can think of something else.
Okay, let me know if you change your mind.
Hey, Nadine. How are we supposed to get past that guard?
Perhaps
Yeah.
I could mix up a sedative, and you can put it in his cup.
Ooh.
Yeah, that could work.
But I'll need a couple of things.
You always
Like-
do.
Some chamomile and a container to mix the draft in.
I'll see what I can find.
Okay, well, we've got that. I feel like we want to hold on to the bullets. Not that I don't like Danny. Or the idea.
Here's
It's-
some chamomile.
Wonderful.
But I feel like the bullets need to come out when you really need the
Can
bullets,
you
if you know
use
what I'm
this
saying.
to mix your sleeping draft?
Yes, that will be perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good. I have everything I need. This should only take a few minutes. Here you are.
Thanks.
So by sedative, did she just like mean let's make him a tea? I also feel like shooting the bullets would set off possibly more guards. So I feel like this might be the better way
How
to
long
go.
for it to kick in?
Shouldn't be more than a few. Minutes.
Well then. Now to get those doors open. Somehow. He's got the same keycard as I do. No point taking it. Odd device.
Okay. All right, well, it seems pretty obvious that we need to use this with this. Yeah, in the most cozy way possible, exactly. Now the old elevator in the floor trick.
Wow. That's something.
This is getting stranger by the minute.
You're telling me. Don't know where this thing came from, but it seems important.
Sure does. Okay, I guess, again, just for safety, why don't we save?
Better take this card back. Don't want to be stuck down there. All right, folks. I think this is it. Wherever this takes us, I have a feeling Dr. Clark will be there.
But will we be able to come back up once we find him?
I sure hope so.
Maybe one of us should stay up here, just in case.
There's no telling what we'll find down there. We should all stick together.
Okay, let's go then.
Here we go.
What in the ether is this place?
It seems that was a one-way ride.
Damn, I knew one of us should have stayed up there.
So now we're looking for two things. Clark and the exit.
What? We weren't expecting, who are you?
That's confidential.
I could easily ask you the same thing.
I'm one of Dr. Clark's lab assistants.
I see. Could you take us to him?
Hang on. You still haven't said why you're here.
And isn't it obvious? We're here to say hello.
We've come on General Laporte's orders.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
Because it's not true.
Come with me.
That was easy.
Goodness, this place is really something.
I'm glad you think so.
What's that big glowing thing down there?
That's our etheric generator. Powers most everything down here. You get used to the noise. Follow me, please. I'll just be a moment.
Alright, we probably can scoot around now.
He believes us?
I think we're okay so far. Just follow my lead.
I suppose the deception was necessary. I hope we don't come to regret it.
I suppose General Laporte's curiosity was too much for him to bear. I told him he could come for a demonstration next week. Instead, he sends 3 proxies. I will never understand that man's rationale. But you're here now, so you may as well see what we've got. I'm Dr. Bennett Clark, by the way. And you are?
I guess we roll with it, right? Safety inspectors, I feel like, is a stupid answer. New hires on the project, yeah.
I'm Miss Legere. This is Miss Redbird and Mr. Luo. We are General Laporte's press corps, here to learn about your research.
The General wants to inform the press now? Already? After everything we've gone through to keep it quiet. I swear the man changes his mind more often than most change their breeches. All right. Let's go have a look at Project Rosewater. I'm afraid the testing chamber only accommodates 4. One of you will have to stay out here with Joshua, but you may observe the test through the window.
Of course it's Danny.
As I said, we weren't expecting anyone until next week. The prototype still needs refinement. Nevertheless, we have made a breakthrough.
Prototype of what, exactly?
You mean the general didn't tell you? Why am I not surprised?
Good thing that guy's crazy,
There
huh?
on the tripod, the etheric pistol. The whole purpose and object of Project Rosewater.
Oh,
Juliet, is the prototype ready for demonstration?
I believe so, Doctor. But who are we demonstrating it for?
Miss Leger and her companions, the team sent by General Laporte. Now, please, do us the honors.
Yes, Doctor.
Oh boy. Oh, is she going in there? Oh, this can't end well. Oh!
Oh my.
Whoa.
We have managed to confine the chaotic etheric discharge to a very narrow, focused beam over a distance of up to 6 meters, without significant dissipation or redirection of energy, reaching nearly 68.2% efficiency. This results in complete vaporization of most organic targets, with only minimal atmospheric disturbances in the immediate vicinity. You might be feeling warmth, or a slight tingling sensation on your skin, and a change of pressure in your ears, perfectly harmless. Oh, and if you are experiencing any alteration to your color vision, I assure you that is also completely temporary.
I taste purple. Does anyone else taste purple?
There are sometimes minor synesthetic side effects. That too will pass, of course. There is plenty of room for improvement in range, energy efficiency, fine-tuning of the beam's intensity and area of effect, user-friendliness and safety. But, as proof of concept, this irrefutably demonstrates that the principle is sound, and that it can be scaled up. The rest is iteration.
Well, thank you for that thorough explanation.
Now I'm afraid you must excuse me. I have some time-sensitive tasks I must attend to. If only I'd been forewarned of your arrival, I might have made arrangements. In any event, if you have questions, I or my assistants can answer them. Just be mindful not to touch anything.
Danny just left. Oh my goodness, craziness. Okay, so they've got a vaporizing gun.
Who knows what they keep in there? It appears to be a charging device. There's a small round socket at the top. It's displaying all sorts of numbers and readings I can't begin to comprehend. Flashing lights and other displays. I can't tell if it means something or is just meant to look pretty. Looks like some demented puzzle box. So this is Project Rosewater. Pardon me.
Sorry, can't talk right now. If you've got any questions, ask Dr. Clark.
I'm sure he's gonna love that after he was like, yeah, go ahead and just ask my my companions here.
Hey, Nadine. I never would have guessed a place like this existed if we hadn't seen it with our own eyes.
It certainly explains all the stories about strange lights and ghosts. Perhaps the island's reputation was the reason they chose it to house this facility.
Can we open this without anybody yelling
Not
at
while
us?
Clark's around.
Okay. Had a feeling.
Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
Just how long have you been down in this facility?
8 months. We've made extraordinary progress, as you can see. I admit, I had some misgivings when I first learned what would be required of us, but it turns out the isolation has done wonders for our productivity.
So who built this whole underground complex anyway? I'm guessing it wasn't always a secret ethericity lab.
I'm not entirely sure. Apart from the additional equipment I specified, Everything was already prepared for us when I arrived in El Presidio. General Laporte isn't exactly forthcoming with information he considers irrelevant.
Why did you agree to work on this project?
Why? I just experienced the worst disaster of my life. My work was first ridiculed and then outlawed, and I was exiled to a barren wasteland. The only prospect I could see was to leave the country and start everything over. But then I received General Laporte's offer. I could continue my work in safety and solitude. Everything I needed would be provided. No investors, no reporters, no loonies, no distractions. I'm certain anyone in my position would have jumped at the opportunity.
Well, we've seen a lot of loonies.
Who came up with Project Rosewater?
My understanding is that this work is for the benefit of the Vespuccian army. General Laporte is in charge of the project. Everything goes through him. Other than the facility guards, I've had contact with no one else.
How much longer until Project Rosewater is finished?
We're nearing the end of this phase. If all goes well, we should have a stable, fully functioning prototype by the end of the year.
What exactly is the goal of this project?
Well, once the etheric pistol is complete, we'll begin experimenting with larger caliber weapons.
Etheric rifles?
Yes, and whatever else the General sees fit to pursue.
Where does it stop?
Oh boy.
You'd have to ask him that question.
So this is Dr. Bennett Clark that we're talking to right now. A guy we've been looking for the whole time, in fact.
How did this project get the name Rosewater?
My idea. Sentimental, really. I suppose I had gotten attached to my dry and dusty little desert lab. After all, Rosewater was my refuge when I lost everything else. I just made an offhand comment to that effect one day while discussing arrangements with the General. And he said, well, in that case, why don't you bring Rosewater with you? When I found out he made that the official title of the project, it made me smile, I'll admit.
Just how did you come to discover the existence of ethericity?
Now that's a story. When I was a boy, I read about the ancient Greeks and their studies of the heavens. Certain texts made obscure references to observations of energy subsisting in the atmosphere, something entirely different from electricity. The idea seized my imagination and sparked my passion for the pursuit of ethericity. I developed an instrument that I called the aetherometer in order to probe the atmospheric potential. Imagine my delight when I discovered that ethericity was in fact real. Unfortunately, the aetherometer has been appropriated by so-called spiritualists who believe they can use it to talk with the dead.
Also Dr. John, yeah. In the back of my head, I was like, this is very much a Dr. John performance. That kind of, that clicks. Cool. I think Dave Fennoy also did the voice for Captain Dread, I think. Monkey Island 2 Special Edition, I think.
I'd like to know your perspective on the Lamplight City Expo incident.
That was a dark day. Everything I worked for came crashing down in a matter of seconds. Being maligned and ostracized was bad enough, but I can still hear the screams of those 15 poor souls. If anything good can be said to have come from that horrible event, it taught me that nothing in this life is guaranteed.
It's kind of insane to pivot from, like, giant disaster to being like, we're purposely gonna vaporize people now. Like, did we learn nothing there? I guess, I mean, hey, I guess it was on the wall, written on the wall, apparently etched on the wall as well.
What inspired you to become a scientist?
Trite as it may sound, I wanted to make the world better. I had a fortunate birth. My parents were able to pay for my studies in Paris, which is where I earned my doctorate in physics. But even as a boy, I still saw plenty of terrible things going on around me. Others seemed not to see, But I did. Upon my return to Vespuccia, I began teaching and conducting independent research. My only explicit goal was to make some sort of discovery or development that would serve the advancement of mankind. I would like to believe I've achieved that.
By making a weapon. Interesting choice. Okay.
Do you know much about General Laporte?
Not a great deal, no. I only met him when he summoned me to El Presidio. We speak occasionally, but only about professional matters. Just as well, I suppose. His interests don't align particularly well with mine.
So your relationship is purely professional?
It's an acquaintanceship at best.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Look at her
The
notes
lab
here.
assistant's desk. She's written some notes, but I have no idea what they mean.
Is there anything else in our... Okay. Anything else from Nadine?
Nothing to say, really.
Let's check in with Danny. You doing good, Danny? Yep.
That was really something.
So Laporte's got Clark developing etheric weapons for the military. This throws a wrench in Shaw's plans.
How horrible. Instead of something good to benefit humanity, ethericity is being harnessed to produce suffering and death. Perhaps Dr. Clark will be open to the idea of leaving this project for something less distasteful.
Perhaps. But I can't just ask him with his assistant right there. Maybe I can get her to leave the testing chamber so I can have a moment alone with Clark.
Possibly. So what do we have in here? There's a lot of stuff on the room. So we've got the exit up here. This is where we came from. Some sort of machine here.
Looks like a more complex version of the console back in Clark's desert lab. Controls, gauges, and dials. Who knows what they're for?
What is this?
These tomatoes are thriving. Must be all the exposure to ethericity.
I guess it's probably good for me to save as well. Tomato.
These tomatoes are
Wanted to look at the tomato.
This is the biggest, juiciest tomato I have ever seen.
Look at all the nice things that happen with ethericity. But no, we must make the leader weapon. Yeah, BFG.
Caution, testing in progress.
What's this?
A couple of wires from that food heating device.
Ooh, food heating.
Some kind of little oven for heating food, I think. This thing is in dire need of repairs.
I bet you these people can fix the watch. Alright, so we can talk to that guy if we need to. We'll do that last.
An etheric generator. It's big and loud. There's a card slot next to the door. Seems to be locked.
Okay.
This must be the door to Dr. Clark's quarters. There's no handle. Bars of Aurum. Lots of them.
Interesting. This can't possibly work for that, right? I feel like if it goes to his quarters, probably is a
doesn't fit.
special one. Yeah. Okay. What's in here? Oh, another room. Alright, before we explore this room, let's talk to that other guy. That's one thing I need to do.
Hey, can we talk?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Have you been down here long?
Oh, about 7 months, I think. Without any sunlight, you really lose all sense of time. Sometimes it feels like decades.
Mm-hmm.
No sunlight? You mean you never go outside?
No, of course not. Is this some kind of test? The terms were made very clear when we signed on to this project. We don't break protocol. I do really miss the sun, though. Sometimes I feel like a mushroom down here.
How did you become interested in etheric research?
I was already a researcher when I met Dr. Clark, but my field was chemistry. I had dabbled some with etheric experiments after hearing about Clark's research. When I saw him at the Lamplight City Expo, I knew I wanted to work with him, despite what happened. After the dust settled, I approached him about taking me on as an assistant. I got the feeling he was just surprised to still have any support.
Don't you ever get bored here?
Sure, all the time. We've got books, but I've read them all. This is my third time through this one. At least this phase of the project's near completion. Maybe we'll get some time up top before the next one.
Never would have dreamed there was a whole secret facility hidden under this rock in the middle of the bay. Who built it anyway?
The military, I guess. Had to be someone with very deep pockets. Everything was already in place before they moved us in.
What are your thoughts on Project Rosewater?
Honestly, I try not to think about it too much. We're doing important scientific research, I can't deny that. Just because our focus is on weapons doesn't mean our results can't be used for other applications.
Fun, you want a treat? Yeah. I think Bot is getting ready for bed here. She keeps putting around. I see we've got a treat coming in from Havorius a little bit ago that I missed. So let's get that one real quick in the middle of this conversation with Mushroom Man here. There she is. Voop. Thank you very much, Havorius, for the treat. Alright, Bob, why don't you just lay down? We'll head to bed in a little bit, okay? There is game. Still game to be gamed. Ooh. Are we here? There we go. It's weird. OBS just froze for a moment. Looks like the stream is still up, though. In fact, that might have been fine on everyone else's side. I was trying to change scenes there, and it just, like, held. Alright, thanks for the Bonnie treat there. Laborious. Okay.
How do you like working with Dr. Clark?
It has its moments, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't stressful. He gets wound up sometimes, which I understand. But other times he picks strange things to get cross about.
Like what?
Well, his biggest bugbear is food in the testing chamber. I made the mistake of taking my lunch in there once, and he just about had a conniption. Cleanliness is one thing, but this is a whole other level.
So Clark dislikes food in the testing chamber, does he?
Dislikes? More like detests.
Know anything about General Laporte?
I saw him once, right at the start of the project. Didn't talk to him. He seemed kind of intense. He's the one running the show, as far as I can tell. Beyond that, the man's a total mystery.
Okay, see you around.
Bye.
Okay. Hates food in the testing chamber. I'm gonna head in. Does anyone want a tomato?
She's busy.
Get that out of here. No foodstuffs of any kind in the testing chamber.
We just put it on the...
Not while Clark's around. I can't charge that.
Can't charge that. Interesting.
She's busy. Clark will see me. Clark will see me.
Okay. I guess if we, like, manage to put the tomato on her desk, maybe he'll be like, "What are you doing? Get out of here with that," and then she'll leave. And then we can have the one-on-one with Clark. But I feel like there's another step here that we don't know.
The box is full of odds and ends. Some sewing and personal grooming supplies.
Okay.
A set of encyclopedias. The only indication of time down here. You could almost think you were in some nice hotel and forget you were in a secret, illegal underground laboratory beneath a ruined fort on a cursed, haunted island.
Nice. That's good.
Just some clothes and a couple of storage boxes. Just some...
Is there anything... Okay, that's all there is to it. Can't close it again.
The lab assistants share a room? Not sure if that's progressive or scandalous.
It is like a legal bunkery thing. So I suppose you never know. Okay, let me just make a save on tomato here. Is there anything up top here that we didn't get to look at? So it might be worth reviewing that.
These crates are all marked Rosewater.
Like the ones we saw on the wagon.
As we suspected. This confirms they were headed for Project Rosewater.
Oops.
There's a metal panel covering part of this contraption. I have no idea what the code is. Nothing. Seems to be the only way out of here. There's no way to open it manually. It's controlled by that lever. Never seen a lamp glow green before.
It feels almost magical.
Grass green? I hate that color.
Odd device. Looks like it's meant to be spoken into.
I don't think you should, though.
Okay.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
How do you suppose they managed to build a place like this under an island?
Don't know, but whoever did it must be real serious about Dr. Clark's research.
Any thoughts?
Nothing to say, really.
Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I can see the testing area. Nothing to say, really.
Just checking if there's any other like things we can ask
All
them
right
to
there,
do.
Danny?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, we can continue. Wait. Oh no, it's that one. I was like, can we? Is this a scroller? I didn't realize. We had the wires.
Hey, can we talk?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Is there any way to call the elevator from down here?
Not unless you have the code, and none of us do.
So how are you supposed to get back up?
We aren't. Not until the project's finished. But there's always a guard stationed up top. We use the device next to the elevator to call up if we need anything.
Oops.
Okay, see you around.
Bye.
Whoopsies. Well, okay. Hopefully they wake up soon. Can't be that long of a nap, right? Oops, this is not the inventory that you're looking for. We like wire this thing up.
A couple of...
This is the wires. We like hook that up to charge
Can't
it.
charge that. Putting that on the desk wouldn't serve any purpose.
I don't understand why you're showing this to me.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
I don't understand.
The lab assistant's desk.
And if I do this,
Clark will see me.
Clark will see me. Nadine. Need you to distract.
I'm impressed by the ability to grow these without any sunlight.
Hey, Nadine. Think you can occupy Dr. Clark's attention for a few moments?
There we go.
I can certainly try. Doctor, could I have a word?
Yes, what is it?
Yes. Hustle. Hustle.
There. Now to watch the fireworks.
This poor research assistant. But it must be done. For the greater good.
What? Miss Montgomery, what is the meaning of this? How many times have I said, no food in the testing chamber?
But
I don't want excuses. Clear it out. Put away the power cell. We're done with testing today.
Yes, Dr. Clark.
Is that the same tomato I just yelled at the other person with? Yes. Okay, so the little power cells are in there.
I apologize for that, Miss Leger, but I'm very particular about rules.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. The lab assistant's desk.
Alright, so we gotta talk to him now, I believe.
Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
Dr. Clark, there's something I need to tell you. We're not really from General Laporte's press corps.
What? Who are you then?
Some folks who were hired by D.W. Shaw to come find you.
The head of Vespuccia Petrol.
The very same.
What does she want with me?
She wants you to help her company pivot from oil to ethericity.
How does she intend to circumvent the ban?
She seems to think it'll be lifted soon. Or that she can influence things in that direction.
So she would have me work for VP to generate etheric energy for widespread use?
As an alternative power source, yes. It might even replace coal and oil someday.
Well, that's certainly more appealing than weaponry. But extreme arrangements have been made to develop this project in secret, and at considerable expense, I'm sure. It's not the sort of thing one can just walk away from.
That is fair. Maybe we can fake your death again? I don't know if Shaw can protect him. Maybe. The Laporte thing is interesting, although he does seem like a guy who maybe he'll hold a grudge. I don't know.
I'm not so sure Laporte is acting in his capacity as a military general with the full backing and authority of the Vespuccian government here. We've seen plenty of things that don't add up. The clandestine nighttime shipments, the hired private agents, the hidden underground base, all the convoluted arrangements here, the fact that all this research is still technically illegal. I think this is all a side gig. Some kind of secret conspiracy running on misappropriated funds. Don't you see? That means he doesn't have power over you. You could expose everything that's going on here. You'd have leverage over him.
I think that means he could send someone to murder me to keep me quiet, and not lose a wink of sleep over it. That's not exactly convincing me to leave.
That is a fair response.
So you're dead set on staying here? You won't consider Shaw's offer?
I admit it's enticing, but is it worth the risk?
If it's Laporte you're afraid of, I'm sure Shaw can protect you.
Can she? The General is a powerful man. I'm not willing to risk getting on his bad side.
If nothing else, don't you want to get back into the world again?
Perhaps, but not badly enough to defy the Vespuccian military.
Laporte doesn't have to know anything about this. We could fake your death somehow and get you away.
Miss Leger, let not be ridiculous.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
I'll let you get back to it. Did I just ask if you could fake your death? Yeah, I did that. Let you get back to it.
Not while Clark's around. Nothing to say, really.
Well, this is peculiar, huh? What do we do here? Anything this guy's got to bring to the table here?
I've got nothing to ask him.
do without that generator sound. Holy moly, it is creepy. Which is the intention, but... Thought she was gonna be like, how dare you?
Can we talk?
I suppose so.
Just how long have you been working down here?
Good question. It's difficult keeping track of time. We're in September, right?
November, actually.
Oh, then it's been longer than I thought. We came down here in March.
What sparked your interest in etheric research?
I followed Dr. Clark's career from the early days. He was one of the first to begin advancing etheric theory with practical experiments. Not only that, he was getting results. After I graduated from university, I sent him my thesis on the effects of ethericity on plants and animals. I guess that made me one of the few practical researchers out there, too. He wrote back immediately with an offer of employment.
How do you keep from getting bored?
The work is pretty all-consuming, and we don't have much of a social scene down here. Dr. Clark is kind enough to lend us his books to pass the quiet hours.
Do you know who built this place?
I suppose this is an old army base, but Clark's had it fitted with some really state-of-the-art equipment. We're lucky to be so well-resourced.
I was blown away by that demonstration.
No pun intended.
Figuratively speaking, of course.
Sure.
Huh. We've been working on it non-stop, but there are a lot of kinks to work out before it'll be field-ready. For instance, we still can't get more than one shot out of each power cell. I suppose in an actual battlefield situation, you'd need to carry around a lot of cells and reload for every shot, like cannonballs. But the power cells are still very difficult to construct, so we only have a few prototypes. We have to recharge them constantly.
Okay.
How long does it normally take to charge one of the power cells?
Around 6 hours.
Wow.
Wow is right. Joshua hooked one up to the etheric generator and discovered that it charged instantly. But Dr. Clark wasn't happy about it.
Why not?
He said it made the power cell unstable. But we didn't have to wait all day for the next trial, and Joshua was even able to get 2 shots out of that one. The overcharge effect is certainly something we should investigate later.
Between you and me, doesn't it concern you that ethericity is being weaponized?
Not at all. It's a powerful energy source, and this is one of many practical applications.
Sure, but isn't it better to use it for less destructive purposes?
We live in a dangerous world, and these are uncertain times. Other nations probably have their own etheric weaponry development programs underway. If we didn't pursue this research, we'd be falling behind. A new weapon is most useful as a deterrent. Having it in your back pocket means everyone else thinks twice before firing on you. I know Dr. Clark's had some moral reservations about the military applications of ethericity, but he's a professional through and through.
So, what's working with Dr. Clark like?
He's a brilliant man. I learn something new from him every day.
He seems short-tempered.
Well, yes, but that's just the genius mind, isn't it? No room left over for navigating social niceties.
Can you tell me anything about General Laporte?
Not really. I know he's the one overseeing this project, but I've never had the opportunity to speak with him.
Exactly how do you go about calling the elevator?
We don't. None of us have the code.
So you're trapped down here? What if there's an emergency?
That's what the communication relay is for. We contact the guard upstairs, and he can take care of whatever we need.
I appreciate the chat.
It's nice to have someone new to talk to.
About that guard. Maybe it's only temporary. I'm sure it's fine. All right, people. So we got to persuade this guy,
Nothing to
I guess.
say, really.
It's interesting that we know that the charging thing does work with the power cells. Can't get to the power cells while he's
All
there,
right
though.
there, Danny?
Yep.
Yeah. I guess...
I've got nothing to ask him.
Do we try talking through the little communication device, I guess? I'm assuming we're stuck down here for the time being. Which is fine.
Odd device. Looks like it's meant to be spoken into.
I don't think you should, though.
Right. Right.
Looks like a more complex version of the console back in Clark's desert lab.
mean, we still have the lock picks. I don't know if could do something like pick this like electronic lock. I don't think that would make sense, but we'll have a look.
That won't go in the slot.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. What do we do here, huh? Oh, nope, don't leave. I was clicking on Nadine. I meant to click on Nadine.
Nothing to say, really. Not while Clark's around. Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
You'd prefer your research be used to find new ways to kill people?
No, but
Look, I understand. You suffered a terrible setback after the expo. I'm sure it must have been hard. You probably felt like nobody would ever take you seriously again.
You have no idea.
I do know that if I were in your shoes, I'd have probably grabbed onto any lifeline. But I can tell your heart's not really in it, especially knowing what it is you're building.
Yes, well...
So you're gonna squander this opportunity to do some real good in the world because you're afraid of a stuffy old general?
You're right, Miss Leger. This isn't about me. This is about humanity. I'll come with you. Oh, goodness. How shall we... We need to do this discreetly. My assistants can't know what's going on. I'm going to my quarters to settle some things. Excuse me.
This is gonna be interesting, huh?
You certainly have a way with words, Harley.
That's why I try and get paid for them. Locked, naturally.
Alright, what about picking this particular lock?
Got it. I'm sure they won't miss just one power cell. Or maybe they will. Either way, I've got one now.
Cool. Okay, because I don't know what's gonna happen next here, let's save under tomato. And charge it.
I can't charge
Oh, can't charge that, but we can charge...
a power cell for an etheric pistol. It's out of power. I need to charge it somehow. There, it's charging. I think.
Oh, wait.
Drat.
We want to do it on the big generator, even though it's dangerous, because it'll only take a couple minutes or something. Oh, everybody's dipped. That's probably for the best. Alright, here we go. This would be a funny way to have a death.
There's nowhere to plug the power cell in. I'll have to find a way to connect it to the generator.
Okay, that is done like this.
This seems like a good place to attach the wires.
Sure, this is fine. We are definitely a trained electrician.
Here we go. Hope this works.
Excuse
Wow, it charged up almost instantly.
me. Okay, cool. That's good. Is there anything we want to do with that? Do we want to take the super gun? The Rosewater? I guess we should probably talk to people, right? Boom, boom. Okay, we can talk to Clark then.
Ah, hello. I'm just leaving a note for my assistants.
Explaining why you're giving them the slip?
I feel I owe it to them.
That's fair. Okay.
That is one messy desk. What is it they say about desks and minds? A toolbox. Naturally, Clark would be a tinkerer.
Naturally.
Might I borrow your screwdriver, Dr. Clark?
By all means.
Just take everything.
At least there's plenty of books down here. Who are those busts of?
Galileo, Copernicus, Da Vinci. 3 great men who changed the world as we know it.
Hoping to add your likeness to the collection someday?
Well, I wouldn't be opposed, if I'd earned it, of course.
A ferrotype of a desert landscape. It's a ferrotype of Clark's old lab near Rosewater. Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
So how do we make our escape without alerting your assistants?
First things first. We need to call the elevator so we have a way out. But we also need to find a way to disable the communications relay. Otherwise, the alarm will be raised and they'll catch us in no time.
So how can we call the elevator?
Good question. It requires a 4-digit code. To my knowledge, the only people who know it are General Laporte and the guard upstairs.
Too bad I didn't think to ask what it was before getting rid of him.
Without that code, we are stuck.
I'll figure something out. So how can... Too bad.
Without...
I'll figure...
There we
Could
go.
you explain this communications relay thing?
Of course. Next to the elevator, there's a device we can use to contact the person standing guard upstairs. It's mainly for emergency use. If the guard doesn't respond after a time, the wires relay the signal to Laporte's office.
So we need to disable it to keep Laporte from suspecting anything.
Precisely.
Something I've been wondering about.
Hmm?
When we first started looking for you, the idea was floated, let's say, that you had a stash somewhere of cash left over from investments in your research that had to be concealed once the work became illegal. Is there any truth to that notion?
You're asking me to tell you if I have a secret hidden fortune.
Well, I don't expect you to tell me where or hand it over or anything. I'm just burning to know if there was really anything to the rumor at all, or if it was all just dust and fairy tales.
What do you think?
Call me a romantic, but I just have a feeling there's more to this story. You strike me as a man who might have some tricks up his sleeve, and 1 or 2 secrets.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Did you know that a group of Ethericity worshippers flocked to your old lab and set up a commune there?
My lab in Rosewater?
Yup. We met them when we went there looking for clues as to your whereabouts. They picked everything clean. Built a kind of museum to you and your work.
I had no idea, but my work always attracted strange sorts. Curious gawkers would show up now and again, hoping to catch a glimpse of something spectacular, or the angry bereaved, threatening vengeance for the victims of the disaster. It's been quite a relief not having to worry about all that down here.
That commune by your lab? They're from a religious movement calling themselves the Luminarians. Apparently, they believe that the ether is populated by these otherworldly presences called the Luminous Ones, and that you disappeared because you opened up a gateway to the other side of the veil where everything is bliss and peace, and you transcended and became a Luminous One yourself. They call you Evocator Bennett, and they think that you were just leading the way for them all to follow somehow and cross over into new lives on the other side. They think that anyone who gets vaporized in an etheric blast also transcends into the ether, and their soul, which looks like a butterfly trapped inside their body, gets freed to fly into this other place while leaving behind the shadow of their mortal shell as a marker. They make what they call soul paintings of people that look like the shadows of the disaster victims, and paint butterfly motifs all over everything to indicate the purity and beauty of a person's true etheric form.
Wow.
All right. He's just like, I just work here, so.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Let me write this note, please. That's funny. All right. Well, I guess we need to start over here. 4-digit code.
I have no idea what the code is.
And trying to dismantle this relay here.
It's the communications relay. We need to disable it before getting Clark out of here.
Alright, well, we've got this.
I don't see any screws, and stabbing it won't help.
Okay. Okay. Well, there goes that idea. I don't know, Danny, can you shoot it?
A power cell for an etheric pistol. It's fully charged and ready to be loaded. Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Any idea how we can disable the communications relay?
Don't suppose there's an off switch?
None that I can see.
Maybe it's time to look for a sledgehammer.
Hey, Nadine. How do you suppose we can disable the communications relay?
I'm not sure. Is there any visible way to power it down?
Not that I can see.
Then perhaps more drastic measures?
Do we have anything that's... I mean, do we need to, like, shoot it with the pistol? The super pistol? Let's head down here, I guess. Maybe there's something to be done with these folks. So we have a sledgehammer.
I'd better not bother her. He's asleep. Best keep it that way.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing new in here at all. Yep, well, it rules that room out. That's good.
Looks like some demented puzzle box.
Oh, we can go in there. Oh boy.
So this is Project Rosewater. Let's hope nobody notices this is missing.
Let's go. Okay. Well, this is gonna be interesting. I mean, we're talking about drastic measures, right? The screwdriver didn't work.
Locked and loaded.
Get out of the way, Danny. Please.
This is going to be loud. I should make sure the elevator's ready to take us back up first.
Okay, so that's the answer. So we now need to learn the code, huh?
This contraption has a keypad instead of a slot. It must need a code. A strange wooden card lined with metal. It's got some holes on one side. There's no way to open it manually. It's controlled by that lever. Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
So how can we call the elevator?
Good question. It requires a 4-digit code. To my knowledge, the only people who know it are General Laporte and the guard upstairs.
Too bad I didn't think to ask what it was before getting rid of him.
Without that code, We are stuck.
I'll figure something out. I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
So we don't have... I mean, this is him here, right? Like, I don't think that there's any numbers other than the dates, I guess, in there. But it does make you wonder.
Just your run-of-the-mill screwdriver. Could have used one back at Clark's old lab.
Yeah, there's a panel. Look at this.
There we go. Interesting. This metal plate has several contact points. Guess I pressed too many. Guess I pressed too many.
What is the puzzle here?
Guess I Guess I pressed too many.
So it's a 4-number combination, right? We know this.
Guess that wasn't the right code. Interesting.
So what?
Guess that wasn't the right code.
Just trying to understand, like, is there anything else to look at in here? It's just these. I wonder if this is a thing where it's like we need to get all of these, like, we need to fully make contact. So one does those, you know, for instance. That's that one. But we only have 4 presses to make it work. So I'm just checking a few things here. Does nothing touch that particular spot there? That's to the full back.
Guess that... Damn. The configuration of the piston seems to be the key. Haven't I seen something like this recently?
Seen something like this recently. Like this? Oh. So we are looking for... Apparently, I'm assuming this is the back. So the 3 back, 1 up. Then I guess same row. Something like this. Let me make a little grid. It's a 3. Clippy Leger, yeah. So I think what we want is to get boom, boom, boom. Also boom, also boom, boom, also boom. So 8, we don't want anything to do with 8. 7, I don't want anything to do with 7. 6. 6, we could use this one. But ultimately unhelpful. That one we can do. That was 5. I'm gonna write 5 down. So 4, this one's good. Don't want that one. Now the other side of this is that could be flipped over. That was 4. So 5 is okay. 3 is not good because we do want this one, we don't want that one. 2 we do want.
Guess that wasn't the right code.
I guess do we just need to hit ones that cover all of this, even if there are some extra ones? Because 2 is definitely a winner. We already mentioned 5. That one covers this corner, but we're missing this one and this one.
Guess that wasn't the right code.
So 4.
Still not getting it. I wish this contraption just had a keycard slot like the one on the surface.
I get it, Harley. I understand the puzzle. It's kind of annoying that you can't just put it in there. So we know 2 and 5, based on what we know, makes sense. It's a matter of what these other ones might be. The only other kind of consideration that could happen is that
Guess that wasn't.
it could be backwards, I guess, meaning it should be these 3. These, like, boom, 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 boom. And then just the back one, but I don't think that's the case. Alright, this is fine. So this, covered. So it's just, so which one gets us the third one here? That's the question. Do any of those hit this particular spot here? Yes, one does. Two, 5, 1. In this case, we need this one and that one. Actually, we need this, this, and that. So we're looking for... Sorry, I'm just marking up like a sheet here to try and see if I can figure that one out. So 8, unhelpful. 7 already takes care of what we need, so 7 not needed. 6. Okay, second number doesn't matter. Okay, so 6 grabs one of them. That one can be done with 6. 5 we know we want, allegedly. And 4, yeah, 4 also brings the middle one here. This is supposed to be a 4-digit number, though, and now I've got 5 numbers. 1, 2, 4, 5?
Guess that wasn't the right code.
It's close. If we hit 6, it'll be good.
Guess I pressed too many. Guess that wasn't the right code.
This is a tricky puzzle. There's a step I'm missing in it.
Dr. Clark?
I like this.
Yes.
This is like
What is it?
a really cool puzzle.
I'll let you.
Think.
I'm having fun.
That's the elevator access card. Pity it only works on the console above ground.
That is a pity. Okay. I'm gonna make a save. I'm gonna call it for the night. I'm sure with fresh eyes, this will be a little bit clearer. Also, I just realized it's quite late, so I need to go to bed. Great progress today. Big PBs and Toonstruck. And lots of fun stuff going on. That was a lot louder than I expected. And a lot of good work here on Rosewater.